Hello friends, my name is Kisan and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to explore about some of the concept regarding concurrency API improvements in Java 8. But before moving ahead, like exploring, what are the enhancements have been done in the JDK 1.8 with respect to collections. So as a developer you must know about some of the technical terminology which is indirectly related to the concurrency API itself. So let's first thing we would like to discuss what is fail fast versus fail safe iterator in Java. So before try to understand what is fail fast and fail safe iterator in Java, let's explore what is concurrent modification. So concurrent modification, how you can define. So when one or more thread is iterating over the collection, in between one thread changes the structure of the collection, either adding the elements to the collection or by deleting the elements in the collection or by updating the value at particular position in collection, is known as concurrent modification, right? So I hope you understood what's the concurrent modification. Now in this list, next question we have what is the difference between fail fast and fail safe iterator. So when we talk about the fail fast iterator, then you can define while iterating through the collection instantly throws concurrent modification exception if there is a structural modification of collection. Thus in case of concurrent modification, the iterator fails quickly and cleanly, rather than risking arbitrary non-deterministic behavior at the undetermined time in the future. So it's good to have getting concurrent modification while iterating itself, rather than behaving rather showing the unrealistic behavior in the future. Now next point or next question in this list, we have a fail fast iterator can throw concurrent modification in two scenarios. In first scenario, you can have a single threaded environment itself. So in single threaded environment, after the creation of iterator, a structure is modified at any time by any method other than iterator's own method, or iterator's own remove method, then you'll get the concurrent modification exception, right? So and second case, we can have a multiple threaded environment, right? So in multiple threaded environment, if one thread is modifying the structure of the collection and while other thread is iterating over it, right, then in that case also we have chance to get the concurrent modification exception, right? So some people thinks like that we may get the concurrent modification exception in only multi-threaded environment, but it's not true. So you may get the concurrent modification exception is single threaded environment or multi-threaded environment as well, right? So now next question, how fail fast iterator come to know that internal structure is modified? So let me try to explain how basically this fail fast iterator basically identifies there is some structural change inside the collection, and after modifying that immediately throws concurrent modification exception. So iterator reads internal data structure directly. The internal data structure should not be modified while iterating through the collection. To ensure this, it maintains an internal flag that is called modes. Iterator checks the modes flag whenever it gets the next value using has next method, which is available in the iterator itself. So iterator has a many method, and there are two methods called has next, which checks whether there is a elements available in the collection or not, and this has next returns you true or false. If elements is there, then that returns you true. If elements is not there, that will returns you false. And we have another method is called next, which returns the next element in the collection, right? So basically it gets the next value using has next and next method. Value of the flag changes whenever there is a structural modification. thus indicating iterator to throw concurrent modification exception. So basically you can see iterator is basically implemented for the most of the classes, like you have array list, vector, and most of the collections, and they basically use internal mode count, and that they maintains the mode count before the when you create the iterator from the collection, and if you do some modification, then that mode count is getting changed, and immediately that data structure realize that you are trying to make some internal you are trying to modify the existing collection, and that will throw immediately concurrent modification exception. Now I hope you understood what is the fail fast and fail safe iterator. Now time has come to show you these things through an example, but before that these things I have summarized in the form of tabular format. So let's discuss these points as well. So here I have headline is called difference between fail fast iterator and fail safe iterator, and with respect to throw concurrent modification exception, cloning, in what case cloning happens internally, memory overhead, and examples, right? So when you talk about the concurrent modification exception, then fail fast iterator, yes, fail fast iterator immediately throws concurrent modification exception. If you have a fail safe iterator, right, so that will not throw you any concurrent modification exception. So fail safe iterator basically makes copy of the internal data structure and iterates over the copied data structure. Any structural modification done to the iterator affects the copied data structure, so original data structure remains structurally unchanged. No concurrent modification throws by the fail safe iterator, right? So now second point, we have a clone. So there is no cloning happens in the fail fast iterator, but in the case of fail safe iterator, so basically fail safe iterator always works on the cloned object rather working on the original object, original collection. Now memory overhead, there is no memory overhead in terms of fail fast iterator, but in the case of, as we know that fail safe iterator always works on the cloned object, so there is of course a memory overhead. Now examples like if you get the iterator from hash map, vector, array list, hash set, etc., then you will get the fail fast iterator. And if you get the iterator from the copy on write array list or concurrent hash map, then you got the fail safe iterator. So in this video we have explored about the what's the difference between fail fast iterator and fail safe iterator, right? So in next video series we are going to look an example, and I will show you how we can throw concurrent, how we can simulate concurrent modification exception in terms of fail fast iterator, and when we use same example in the case of fail safe iterator, then we won't get any kind of concurrent modification exception. So see you there in next video tutorial, and thanks for watching this video.